And we are back with Primetime MMA Fight Night 27. Main event of Cryptic Optics versus Mr. Humbledink. I'm your host, the Doctor. Joining me with the booth tonight is Rara Rasputin. And hopefully a bit later, after he's got his sofa through the doorway, is Mr. Pudgy.
Indeed, he will be joining us. I cannot wait for this show. So it's going to be a good one, as it always is with Primetime MMA. Pleasure to be here, Doc, as it always is.
Yeah, it's always a fun card. Like, looking through this entire card, you got Matty D versus KM Dars. Both of them, I think, are undefeated currently. So that's going to be an interesting fight. You got Caliber, and always a good to know. You got yourself versus Keza, Pudgy versus Mystic Mac. Further down in the prelims, you got the Mighty Adjust versus Swish Bitty, a classic grappler versus striking match. Mr. the Mighty Dale Denton, the Cardio King, as I think I've kind of got a coin
Dale
name for him.
motherfucking Denton.
Haroon's in
the Moffat Man.
The Moffat Man is always a fun one as well.
Oh, who doesn't love the Moffat Man? Even guys like on the more earlier prelims, like you guys like Walker and Haroon, have been around a bit. Mr. GSP is Goat's another one I've seen knocking about. The entire card as a whole just looks very promising. It just looks like a genuinely fun time.
Yeah, this entire card is stacked up to the bottom, and we've got Herb Dank versus Jake Paul the GOAT. By the seems that Herb Dank being the debut.
Which Jake Paul is this?
It's not the one that had a very good performance on the boxing side on Xbox. I think we've got two different Jake Pauls. I think we've got one on the PS side and then also one on the Xbox side, which makes it kind of an interesting time. But hey ho.
Oh, a Poirier versus Ferguson matchup where there's Dustin Poirier. You're going to want to look to kick the legs of Tony Ferguson, are you not?
I believe so, you are. I think Ferguson does have quite low health leg stats. Both of them have got probably similar cardio, although Ferguson definitely makes up for it in every other health stat department. The boxing of Poirier being the mainstay difference on the feet, you've got to admit, Rara.
Yeah, and the switch stance as well. He's got quite a good switch stance. Well, he may not, but I think he does. Because obviously it's them calf kicks that do get you, though.
Well, so
100%.
far we got this, both of them going back and forth, the leg kicks, the body kicking, misses, the straight hits, both of them staying fairly patient, now clinching up, getting a couple of knees off, having some great success with so far, and Ferguson's trying to retaliate with those double uppercuts. They seem to be becoming more and more common as time goes on.
Yeah, they definitely do, as he looks for about 6 hooks in a row there. Ooh, digs the body for it. Got to be careful there, because he does not want to get uppercut counted, and that is not too good there. He's just with the knees as well. They're both throwing on their knees. The knees.
Overhand there again. We've seen Poirier throw another lead overhand, a lead overhand, back in retaliation, and now you finally get this down to the ground. Maybe you see a bit more technique here compared to what we've seen in stand up. 3 minutes 20 left on the clock as well. Goes straight to back flat. Does get it. This could be big if he manages to either get the ground and pound off, which he's doing so far. You've also got to remember you have got the back flat rear naked choke from this position.
Oh, have we? I did not know that was actually a submission. That's good to know.
What, the back flat rear naked choke?
Yeah, I did not know that you were allowed to use that.
The only submission, the only RNC banned is the back sitting one.
Oh, that's handy to know, is it? Let's be fair, we could do the review of that. There's a nice bit of ground and pound there from Ferguson as Poirier does get back to the feet using the little bumper thingy, that's how I call it. A nice catch in the knee, though. Poirier's look quite good as he does clinch here. He looks professional against the cage, perhaps take down. Oh, knees to the body now. Very nice knees there. Don't know what you're thinking here, Doc, because I feel like Poirier's definitely landing the better strikes currently.
Well, so far, to be fair, Poirier seems to have a very effective clinch game. That's the main thing. He's had a bit of success on the feet, has a bit of success on the takedowns, but so far where he's got his main lot of damage, he's actually doing the knees to the head and the body whilst in that clinch as straight lands there, cleanly digs down to the body, double up on the hooks. You've got the double uppercuts fired back, they seem to be a bit too late. Ferguson also is moving his head consistently off the centre line, so it is dodging a few strikes Rara, but you've got to think that if he keeps doing it the way he's doing it, he's probably going to get clipped or he's going to gas himself out by it.
Yeah, it definitely is. He's just, they're both, nice clinch work again from the Dustin side of things, but they're both digging to the body. I've noticed it a couple of times, like 2 shots to the body. If one of them throws an uppercut, fight could generally be favouring them more so, if you're with me. on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh.
They're like one of the biggest counter to any type of body shots within this game is that uppercut. If you can just get a block counter or time an uppercut and someone digs that one, you can even get a flash knockdown or flash KO if you're really lucky. It's just a case. You also want to be planting. Like Ferguson's moving quite a lot as he like circling out, but if he wants to really make sure that his shots are landing, doing the most power and coming out quicker, he does need to plant coming out into the second round.
Yeah, because I learned something the other day. I don't know quite like how, but like the person backing up towards the cage controls the camera angle. I don't like pro people in the chat correct me on this because how true or how proven this is, I don't know. It's just a theory. Like the person backing up controls the movement and the strikes and everything more so. If you look, you just observe it.
Well, for the first beginning parts, I would say on when you're on the back foot, you definitely control the distance. But past that black line, I think most people would agree that once you're past that black line, that's when stuff starts to get really hairy because you just can't control the distance from there. Ferguson does land that flying knee, moving back onto the action, and it did good. But Poirier's again stuck in behind that black line. He's just so far it seems that Poirier can't really establish this distance, which I think majorly comes from the fact he can't get a jab going.
Yeah, Mr. Herb Dank is using. No, is it Jack Paul or Herb Dank? Herb Dank is using the unorthodox like elbows and stuff of Tony really well, as you do see beginning of this round. He's looking to work the leg, which I'm a bit surprised about, to be honest. Like, fair enough, go for it. But as again, he just looks a bit worse for wear because obviously Poirier has a bit better power than Tony as such.
Oh, body's done. That's a lovely job there. Gets the takedown there.
Takedown.
I felt like it was kind of a pointless waste there. You got the body stunned, didn't try to put any aggression on, and ended up just getting takedown. And he misses. Jake Paul whiffs on the overhand. Massive distance created by it. And 2 minutes 50 left on this clock. Both of them staying fairly confident in it. Ferguson up probably with a body stun and kind of making sure to keep his head off that centre line, Rara.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's moving quite well. He's proper using the movement. Oh, double uppercut there. I'd love to see one of them throw like a counter out or something, like a double uppercut counter or even a hit to the body would just be nice. Like a uppercut after they're digging into the body. It'd just be wonderful to see as a takedown from Tony again gets landed there. It's just like, it's a bit of an urban myth if you ask me, but Tony Ferguson does not have that good grappling on this game. It's a bit of an urban legend that he does, and you just expect him to, but he just doesn't, does he, Doc? If you ask me personally. A nice side control.
I actually disagree. Ferguson's actual overall ground game ability is probably one of the better within the lightweight division. You do have, of course, you have Poirier, you have Khabib, and you have Oliveira to counter-oppose that. Beneil Dariush is Caliber's fan favourite. But you have a lot of good grapplers, and so it kind of gets rid of Tony's actually good grappling, but takedown wise, yeah, he's not the best. Grappling wise, he's probably one of the more competitive picks about the place, especially with a rubber guard. If you have a rubber guard, it opens up a lot of opportunities if you can get it off. Ferguson, again, that head movement whiffs on the overhand, only counters back with an elbow. 12 to 6 elbow? Or was that a 6 to 12?
I think it's a 12 to 6.
I don't know which one it is. It's one of them either way, and now both of them standing here just in the pocket, 20 seconds left, trying a bit of wild shots, making sure to always be moving and steady pace.
It's the clinch work, but the movement of Tony. If Tony Ferguson can get like a proper strike out, like, I don't know, a hook or something, could be lights out going into this third round. As I think it is 1-1. I've got it 29, not 29, 19 each.
19 each way, yeah. It depends because I'm pretty sure Ferguson won the first round. I'm not the second round. I'm not sure he won the first round. And so far going into this, Ferguson's head health seems, I've seen a couple of times, it a bit blinking. So if Poirier can just, if he comes out here and throws like a jab lead hook, a jab rear hook, one of those basic combos, and catches him when he's lunging, you're just gonna have that time. And as you saw that. And
head health is blinking.
Now you just need to make sure to put on this pressure just over and over again. Work the body, work the head, just be patient. Otherwise, you're going to end up with stats like that.
Yeah, definitely. As Tony Ferguson is countering him very well. He's just not landing anything as and when he gets the opportunity to counter. As he gets a double hook here, he's looking to finish a fight. He's blinking everywhere.
Gets the drop there. That's exactly what you wanted as the Poirier.
He's dodging it again. He looks for a big strike. They're both whiffing big strikes, aren't they not? Because he knocks him down again here. Really what you need from Poirier. Just what he's after as he tries the double elbow. Ooh.
Ferguson's really trying some unorthodox stuff here. You've seen Major lunging a couple of times, trying elbow, a spinning heel kick there. Does land a body shot, clips him though as he major lunges into it. Now Poirier definitely ahead in this game. Ferguson needs to dig deep and come back at the end of this.
Yeah, it's like Thug Rose's corner said 5 minutes to change your life as such. It is really. It's only going to change his life. I'll rephrase that's a bit daft, isn't it? Oh, with the stamina, I'm going to just go off my point entirely.
That's definitely going to change someone's life when you get knocked unconscious.
I was trying to go like 5 minutes to change your life and failed there, but very impressive performance from Poirier.
It was
the only thing I'd say, I'm going to go off on a bit of a moan. Just don't overthrow on your strikes as much, because Ferguson had ample opportunities to just throw a big shot at him and didn't, other than the 12-6 elbows.
I mean, that definitely does seem to be the name of the game. I don't think it's the fact he was overthrowing his shots. I think Ferguson did have brilliant major lunges. He was countering a lot. I think one of the main issues there for Poirier was the hooks. He just wasn't, like that third round, he started doing that jab, rear hook, jab, lead hook, and that's what he wanted. Whilst Ferguson's, his actual counters themselves weren't the best. I think we can all agree here.
Yeah, definitely. His counters weren't the best, but he could get out of the way very well, which is what you've just said. And with that, I think we do move on to Mr. AJ Walker. That's a man I've not seen in a while. Good to see him. And Haroon, that's another one. Two guys who've been around a bit from what I'm aware of.
Huh.
I don't know. Yeah, Walker and Haroon have both been around a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a go at what's going on.
No, if we died.
Nope, we should. Yep, we are good. Apologies.
Oh, all good then. Yeah, Walker and Haroon have both been around a while, have they not?
Oh, well, yeah, Walker and Haroon have both been around. Haroon was a former ESFL competitor. I may be wrong in saying former. I'm not particularly sure off the top of my head. Good striking. Walker, on the other hand, part of the notorious AJS camp. Very good all-round people. Got some strikers, two grapplers across the board, so it's always impressive to see them coming out. Again, they are very much known within the community. That being said, we have a touch of gloves. Got Kamazat in the red as Haroon, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And in the blue, we have Walker as the mighty Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, with my previous experience with Walker, if I'm Haroon, I'm just looking to take him down, because Walker's not the best at grappling. If you've not... they're both throwing strikes in the middle of the cage, really, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, with the definite choice of fighter of Kamazat, you'll definitely want to be shooting the takedown within the next 2 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to have a bit of issues. Walker so far making his life a bit difficult. Does land a lead hook there. A body? That was a leg kick, but hey ho. Traden finally gets a takedown, and now we're back onto the mat, which is where you want to be with Kamazat, Rara.
Yeah, you want to maybe look for the top mount here, or just keep pummeling the face in of Whittaker, because if you look for the top mount, you can really do some damage to the block or even the head. Also, he seems to be quite accustomed to this side control. Definitely, he's denying everything quite well. As he gets into the crucifix flashback UFC 3 days there.
Oh, does get the deny as well. The G8 in his favour. This is going to be a dangerous position to be in. He gets another night. It's definitely going to be scary. Does manage to get out of it. That head health, though, did have a decent chunk of damage taken out. Side control here. You're still not out of it. And another denial of sprawl. And this seems to be Haroon's game currently. Uh-oh. Yeah,
definitely. He's accustomed to that grappling from the side control there. You can really tell the denials. Is he looking for an anaconda choke?
This isn't anaconda. It's either a Japanese or Peruvian necktie. Yeah. I'm not particularly sure which. Either way, though, the bars has got some brilliant tracking there, staying fairly tight. Yeah, by the looks of it, he's going to get it.
Is he going to get it?
Yeah, he's going to get it.
Yeah, good night, really impressive there from Haroon.
That was impressive tracking on the sub, to be fair, as well.
Wow, just the denials as well, they really impressed me.
Yeah, no, he just managed to transition from that crucifix into that side control, got a couple of denials there. Even when you allowed him to go into sprawl, he had very difficult time just actually being able to defend it, and he was having some good success on the feet, but as soon as Haroon got that takedown, he just had massive difficulties there.
Yeah, it's like I've said, Walker has always struggled with the grappling, and really is an area of his game he needs to work on if he is to further progress up the card here.
And now we're on to our next fight of the night, third fight in already quick succession. GSP is GOAT versus Get On My Level on the PS side.
Get On My Level. I don't know anything about him. I was going to pretend I did, but GSP is GOAT. I've heard the guy's name, and apparently, according to this PlayStation lot, he is the shit.
No, fair dues. No, he did previously compete on the Xbox side under the name of what's his name? Love for MMA. Love for MMA.
Him.
He did at one point compete under that name. So it's always nice to see that name kicking about, coming over to PS side. I've seen a few times where Xbox sides have come over to PlayStation. Here we are with a Poirier pick versus a Ferguson.
Ooh. God, Tony Ferguson, and they're trying to persuade him to come back out of his hole to fight again or something here. Just must be like a protest. Ooh, very nice striking early from both of them. Ooh.
Well, both of them are staying fairly to the boxing side, both of them just making sure to pick shots. Ferguson definitely put on the more aggression, although did kick in boxing range, and that probably isn't the best idea. That straight lead hook definitely playing the mainstay of his game. Uppercut lands as well. Ferguson lands the Poirier lands the, oh God, elbow galore there.
Yeah, it was elbow city there. They're just both trading in the pocket here, and look at them both. They're both going to town on each other. It was a really nice work to the body there as Ferguson comes back with that head kick. Wonderful performance. It's a crane kick even. I do apologise there. It's wonderful.
I think it's called a front kick, but we continue.
Each other. I call it a crane kick. Fuck it.
Poirier's coming on with these straights, the uppercuts trading. Now Ferguson finally gets the stun, dig down to that body a bit. The knee comes in retaliation, a front kick follows by Poirier. Both of them trading again. They seem to be looking for this counter, and so far Ferguson seems to be having the more success in the countering department.
Yeah, definitely he does. He's using those pull counters very well. No, not pull counters, but duck counters very nicely. And both, a nice slip counter there as he does hit in the face, as both of them are using the elements of their fight extremely well. I'd like to see maybe a few more 12-6 elbows from Tony Ferguson. Maybe Poirier looks for a more leg kick, calf kick type job, because obviously Ferguson does not have the best leg kicks in the leg defense in the world. Doc, I do not know what you're thinking there.
Yeah, well, Poirier probably has one of the better leg kicks within the lightweight division. Ferguson doesn't have the best legs, and he also doesn't have the power, but it seems like Ferguson doesn't need that. He just needs that one counter, and now starts to play the aggressive game. Switching over to the half guard's got a minute 20 left on the clock, going straight to Psycho, side control. We saw how deadly this could be, but now we're into the sprawl position.
No, I get some. I'd have potentially gone for the finish there because his head was blinking, but each their own, as you know. So, but then Poirier gets straight back to the box, and he needs to look for probably a takedown, perhaps, because Ferguson, he's got quite good grappling, as you've told me before. Oh, he takes his head off on the overhand. He looks to anyway. Oh, I'd like to see maybe a flying knee from Ferguson when he goes for that, because he could take his head clean off. I do not know what you're thinking there, Doctor.
Oh, well, it seems like Ferguson's looking to take the head off, clean off. So far, we've seen a lot. So far, one of the mainstays of the last couple of fights is that people are moving out the way, but they're not countering very cleanly, because Poirier had that issue when he just sidestepped the front kick. Ferguson now looking for this heavy ground and pound, looking for the finish.
Could be it, potentially.
Less on the clock.
It might be it. Oh, a nice dodge from Poirier to keep himself in the fight there. 10-8 round, maybe?
I really doubt it. It's actually kind of hard to get a 10-8 within this game, but you're never particularly sure what the judges are looking for when it comes to a 10-8. Coming into the second round, you have got to admit, though, Poirier needs to reset, refigure out what he's going to do, because if he doesn't, he's going to end up probably getting KO'd.
Yeah, he probably is going to end up getting knocked out if he doesn't. If I'm in Dustin's corner, I'm telling him, use the fucking grappling. You've got the grappling. Try use it. Like, obviously, he's not really been too played by Grant. It's more they both just look to box each other's ears off. And obviously, Ferguson has come off slightly better, but not too better, to be honest.
I mean, to be fair, I mean,
Only the body.
to be fair though, when it comes to the actual boxing stats in the general vicinity, you would definitely argue that Poirier is the better boxer stat-wise, but it definitely is impressive the fact that Ferguson so far has had the most success. He's even got the cardio advantage, which is kind of what you do expect when you find a Ferguson, and that chin definitely plays a major impact in how that survives as well. But lands a body shot, then knee, finally getting a body stun again.
Not looking
we saw
too
that
shiny
earlier.
here. We have seen that earlier, definitely. Like, it's not looking too good for Dustin at the moment, but he is landing that front kick very nicely. Oh, as he slipped into it, commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse there, indeed. You said Poirier's looking good, ends up leaning straight into a head kick, going to the land of the unconscious GSP GOAT, taking the win for the night.
Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to knock you the fuck out.
We've seen this match twice tonight, and so far I think it's both times has gone in the favour of Ferguson, if I'm not mistaken.
No, because Dustin lost the first one in Jake Paul GOAT, did he not?
Which means it has gone both times in favour of Ferguson.
No, Dustin won, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was a bit confused there.
I thought Tony got knocked out. My bad there, kind of a poor analogy. I think we are now moving on to LW Crosser versus LW Ab. How do you freaking say that? Can someone say it for me?
I'm not particularly sure. I'm not
Poor
the best
vision.
person when it comes to name here. We're just going to call him AJ Bazada. I'm not sure. We'll just call him Holloway for this fight. I feel like we've got Qatar as McGregor, if I think I saw him earlier. Holloway in the blue gloves, and this should be an interesting fight.
It should indeed. Is this lightweight or featherweight going here? Because if it's featherweight, then Holloway's got a massive advantage. Oh, he does then have a massive advantage.
He has a massive advantage, but also McGregor hits like a truck. I feel like in this type of matchup, whoever has the best success early on, whoever breaks the other person's chin first, is going to win. Because if McGregor's chins get broke, he's going to have a very difficult time breaking Holloway's. If Holloway's chin breaks first, you're going to have a very difficult time trying to trade with someone like McGregor.
Definitely, but like they're both throwing quite nice strikes. Oh, a nice counter there from Conor McGregor, as he does look to take the head off of Holloway, and he seems to be kind of effectively using more than just boxing, whereas Holloway is only really using that boxing currently, which is kind of working. But like McGregor's mixing it up, throwing a bit to the body, a bit to the head, you know. But he's only aiming for the head if you're Holloway.
I mean, sometimes that's what you want to be doing, because you know you have the cardio advantage. McGregor, on the other hand, doesn't have the cardio advantage, so he's going to need to work across the board. Whilst in the favour of Holloway, he just needs to look for those significant shots, because you want to be putting McGregor away early on, because if McGregor's given time to overextend, maybe he's going to just get that one powerful shot.
It's a very nice counter there from Conor, but again, it's really becoming a thing. There's got no one doing a lot with counters currently, other than the last fight, but we'll just ignore that, you know.
Yeah, no, it does. I do agree. Like the only person so far we've seen, I was about to say, it does seem like McGregor heard us and wanted to get a counter off. Does check the leg kick, a slip straight down the middle. Is one of the main issues so far. I keep going to mention the issue with counters, and he keeps doing a counter.
Hits him with the up kick of doom. I wonder if you can get knocked out by that in this game.
I believe you can. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. McGregor and Holloway definitely trading in the pocket here. McGregor making sure always pepper that block so it doesn't have a time to recover. Holloway has been dropped twice, maybe 3 times now, and a minute 20 left on the clock. Holloway's definitely going to probably back off and reset and then look to come out more aggressive in the second round if he wants to get the win.
Both guys have been to war here in this first round. They're definitely up for the fight of the night currently as we're going into the fourth fight. It's just very nice. They both use their styles and implementing them quite well on the other. And it's kind of like a stylistic matchup as such. And also they're using McGregor and Holloway. 2 of arguably the better featherweight fighters to use in terms of striking.
In terms of striking, yeah, Volkanovski's also up there. Aldo's there if you can deal with his 91 chin and a bit sketchiness in terms of recovery, but again, it depends on the picks. Like these two are probably the best picks when it comes to fighting each other without doing a mirror. Holloway definitely having the cardio and boxing, while McGregor has the power and general ability. He narrowly avoided getting dropped there at the very end. Holloway seemingly won that round though with the 2 knockdowns in his favour, actually probably securing it.
Yeah, I think he has just about secured the round there with that stun at the end of it. As McGregor, you've got to. He's not really behind in the fight as such. He just needs to use the fucking power a bit more because he's got it. But it's kind of like you're on a kind of a clock with McGregor because obviously you've got the cardio, massive cardio disadvantage to Holloway.
Yeah, well, this is another thing though. If you're Holloway, like we've seen McGregor work the body in the first round, I think if Holloway did the same, you would see a better cardio advantage. But so far, I think it does seem like McGregor's chin got broke a lot more early, got broken sooner than Holloway's, and now McGregor's fighting an uphill battle here.
100% can agree with that, Doc, because as he licks him again, could this be it? Surely it's only a matter of time because the chin of McGregor is broken. McGregor's chin is broken, like, it needs fixing. Like, someone needs to put some masking tape on it or something.
Masking tape? That's definitely an interesting statement there, Ara. Masking tape to fix a chin. 3 minutes left on the clock in the second round. Holloway so far seems to be having the most success. McGregor's fighting the uphill battle, but as we've seen countless times within any primetime fight, it's always been the case that everybody fights an uphill battle.
Everyone does this. He checks his leg kick now. McGregor's leg, he's blinking. That's quite nice. And you want to see there's a knockdown there. Wonderful counter from McGregor. Could he get the finish? I'm doubting it.
That's an interesting. That's a very interesting combo. Does a couple and he goes to fire the uppercut. Instead gets to take down McGregor now on top. Doesn't have the best. Holloway probably has better grappling stats overall, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need the grappling stats when it comes to this type of things.
It's not something you see every day, is it? With blooming Conor McGregor grappling and going for takedowns. Almost reminiscent of myself. I'll just take anyone down with anyone, really. It's just quite interesting as they are both looking to build a bit of grappling advantage up by punching each other.
When it comes to the grappling department, I think a lot of grapplers would agree in saying that it doesn't matter exactly who you're grappling with a lot of the time. It matters if they have the takedowns to actually get that person down, especially when you deal with a lot of different levels of comp, different level fighters, especially when they're so evenly matched on the ground, such as the case is as in Holloway and McGregor.
Yeah, definitely. I can't agree there. It's just like, it's a bit unexpected. Like, I'm not saying that you can't grapple, it's getting them down and keeping them there. I don't know what I'm on about here, Doc. Can you take over?
I can do. McGregor gets back up on the feet. Holloway fires a cartwheel kick. Definitely looking for some type of stun. McGregor gets a stun there. Looks over with aggressive. Knows that Holloway's weak. Just trying to put on this pressure. Doesn't get anything going. That leg kick got checked. You'd imagine he's either going to have to switch stance or probably just switch stance. I think would be the best option here and just give up on the leg kicks.
Yeah, I'd say so, because he checks his leg now, though. Wow. I've got to be giving that round some. Probably Conor McGregor? Maybe, I don't know. Because he does have the leg health advantage. But
knockdown dictates McGregor, but I've seen judges who don't give fights to McGregor, and I'll be honest, that definitely seemed a bit more like a Holloway round to me. I'm not particularly sure.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to judge as we do go into the third and final round.
It's a difficult round to judge.
Change your careers.
Yeah, both of them are maybe 1-1, maybe 2-1. Either way, they probably should both look for a finish, probably both play the aggression, and that's what Holloway does.
Sleep tight, Conor McGregor. Someone get him a blanket in the middle of that octagon because he's not waking up.
The uppercut and getting the KO there. McGregor being put out cold to sleep. Both of them probably needing the finish there, and evidently Holloway heard us in the commentary booth.
Indeed, he did. That was a very, very nice fight. Just entertaining backwards and forwards. You did not know who was going to win that at all, did you?
I mean, it was probably one of the more enjoyable McGregor-Conor mirrors, that Holloway making sure never to be completely out of the fight, and then somehow, even after the adversary did face coming into that second round, he did a very good job.
Yes, he did, indeed. And with that, we move on to the resident evil man of wherever he goes, really. He's a fucking madman. The Moffat Man, the Moffat Man, the Moffat Man. Have you seen the Moffat Man?
I don't know. Have you seen the Moffat Man? Especially with his interesting picks. We're going to be in the welterweight division versus Mr. Dale Denton, also known as the Cardio King, as I like to call him, just for the fact you can beat him up so much, but he still has the stamina to survive even at the end.
Indeed, he does. Dale Denton, what a man! I love him. He's such a good
Part of the
all-round
TMF crew,
bloke.
has Ginger, Matty D, Crypto, Quids as backing partners as cornermen, and that's a very tough corner to come face to beat.
Yeah, it is. But if anyone, oh my god, why is the that's scary? That's even more scary than like the Moffat man not using his calf.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Moffat Man not using his calf. I think this may be a primetime exclusive. You never know. He's not actually using the calf, and instead using the Wonderboy Thompson. Probably looking to play on that footwork game instead. Does miss the leg kicks. Ferguson goes for the head kicks. It's going to be the case of both of them need to be slow, steady, patient. Ferguson is going to have to try to figure out something how to deal with the footwork. On the other hand, Wonderboy has to work out how to deal with the general health stats of Ferguson.
Ooh. Yeah, he does indeed. Because if you're Wonderboy, you want to probably use the kicks more so than the boxing. Because the kicks of Wonderboy are oh so good. They just move and they weave and they do whatever you want with them. Really.
Yeah, you also if you don't move while throwing them, you have very good recovery, so it doesn't completely go over the head, so it reduces the counter window for actually getting kicked. Side kicks are probably going to be your main effect. A couple of tips as well. Look for those leg kicks, work it down, and just play the distance game. Don't play in the close game using that jab straight as well. Probably beneficial in the favour of the Moffat man.
Indeed, the Moffat man seems to land slightly better strikes, but Dale motherfucking Denson, he's hardly out of it because you can never write Dale off, can you? Dale is truly just one of the guys who just a takedown. Well, I hope Dale has worked on that grappling because I really hope he has. Because oh no, maybe not, but don't worry, Dale, plenty of time yet. As the Moffat man gets clinched up there, he is landing better strikes, but.
I'd say a couple of spinning body hits, to be fair, by Wonderboy. Dale's coming in fairly straightforward. If he times it a couple of times, he can get a couple of teeps off, work that body, and I think that's maybe what you want to be doing against a Ferguson. The leg kick never lands, jab, a straight uppercut also lands as another side kick, another leg kick, and this is, I think we both mentioned earlier on in the fight, is that this is what you want to be doing against Dale Denton. You want to be poking him, working him down slowly as time goes on with the Wonderboy pick.
Definitely, you're going to want to work that man because the more you work him, the better you're going to be later on in the fight. It's like Dale's left leg is blinking now. 100% of Ferguson's left leg's fucked. I do not know what you're thinking of that, Doc. He lands some nice strikes. They're both exchanging in the pocket very well. Do not know what you're thinking here, Doc.
Well, it does seem to be the case that Moffat Man's playing on his back foot, but he's playing it well. He's playing it subtly. He's letting Dale walk onto a lot of these shots. You saw him walk onto that jab. And every time Dale is engaging, it seems like Moffat Man's either defending so it doesn't get any damage off, or it's the case that he's actually getting his own shots off a bit better.
Yeah, definitely. The Moffat Man seems to be landing slightly better strikes as you do look, but going into round 2, I'll deem a very even fight. It's hardly like either's been really truly dominated.
Okay, I would agree that it's a fairly even fight on the cusp of it. If you look at it without looking at the health stats, yeah, that it seems fairly even both of them trading. However, I do feel like Wonderboy is getting it that better off. It's a slow, grindy fight, and against the Ferguson, that's kind of what you have to play because as long as you're not getting hit by the Ferguson and you're hitting him, that's kind of what you want because he has such good health stats. It's going to take a round because this is what you want straight afterwards.
Blinkety blink, blinkety blink for Dale Denson there. He needs to another one. Tony Ferguson, it's been a really popular pick on this card so far. Every fight bar one has had him.
And that was only middleweight. That's probably half the reason why we didn't see it. And we also had the featherweight fight, McGregor versus Conor. So,
yes.
Yeah, I think this is only our third time out of the last 5. That's still quite a lot, though, to be fair.
It must be Tony Ferguson Day or something. I don't know. Definitely, though, Dale's using the unorthodox strikes quite nicely of Mr. Tony Ferguson. But Moffat Man is just like piecing him apart slowly. Like you see, he's grinding him down. And Dale throws a flying knee out of nowhere.
Well, so far, Thompson's main issue, the main beneficial thing he's got so far is that leg kick. If he can start focusing again on that leg, just making Dale Denton go for that head movement there, that's exactly how you want to do it. Like, if you can catch him on the head movement, catches him on the knee with the hook and that double jab, spinning elbow follows, body shot, and then a minute 20 left on the clock. Dale's non-stop putting on this pressure, but I feel like he's going to suffer from it now, though.
Yeah, I think he is. He's kind of just an eternal zombie walking forward. 2 minutes late in the round, he slight stamina disadvantage. He's finally checking those leg kicks, which is good for him. But I feel like he does need to switch stances. He's going for another flying knee, potentially taking the head off. So you wonder if he does get one. There, dog.
Yeah, it does switch back to the leg that has an issue, gets the clean takedown, and now Moffett on his back as Wonderboy. A minute 50 left on the clock. So far, though, Dales has lost the round, and I doubt he's going to be able to get it back from this unless he gets a finish.
Unless he does get a finish, I don't think he's going to be going into that third round the happier of the two men in the octagon currently, as he is doing all right with the grappling. He just needs to maybe work on a few denials as such when he does go back to the drum, because he'll be back. Cause he's
does get the top mount though, and this can be a deadly position if you want to posture up. He's got good time to posture up, and now he's time to start running down straight. Goes to the straights, does get blocked on the hook, does land another clean hook, but again, he mainly gassed out during that period the more than actually landing damage.
Yeah, the Moffett man, very nicely working off the back as he gets to his feet there, smart man. Stamina difference, probably the stamina difference going into the third round is not looking too good in the favour of Dale motherfucking Denton. Oh, and he takes his leg. His leg's been swept now. His leg's been swept from under him. You could poke it with a fork and it'd fall out. He'd fall now. Oh, as he stuns him again. Could this be it? No, and Dale really does. Look like he's kind of holding on more so now. He's just being pieced apart slowly. The grind has finally got to him going into this third round, Doc.
Yeah, well, Ferguson has... No, not Ferguson. Sorry. Wonderboy's done a really good job here. He's managed for the last great 2 rounds just to play this footwork game. Make sure that even when Ferguson's pressuring him, he's out of the way when Ferguson's throwing the strikes.
Yeah, he has. He's played it very smartly. He's used the range of Ferguson here blinking, though. I was going, taps him on the head and he falls. He's very impressive from Mr. Moffett, man. Like, I can see why people call him the scariest man in all of UFC 4.
Does land another leg kick. Dale really needs to think about changing his stances. Thompson decides to go down on the ground, doesn't get it this time, and now he's using that jab quite efficiently.
Definitely is. You can only see he's a couple of head kicks or leg kicks short of a knockout here. Really not looking too good for Dale now. But Dale really needs to switch that stance desperately if he is to even stand a chance of getting back into this fight. It's a nice bit of couple strikes there. He's not right there. Don't write him off yet as the voice crack does cut my commentary short there, Doc.
Well, if I'm Thompson here, I'm going to give up on the feet, although it doesn't seem to be the case. He's just digging everywhere. That I would expect him to want to actually instead just work that leg.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Ferguson's definitely brawling with him. Honestly, if I am blooming Wonderboy, I'm either looking to finish the fight as he stuns him again and nearly breaks Dale's leg. Surely it's over now. Surely, put the man out his misery. He's immortal beating this man. But, like, really, though, surely, if you're Dale, you're just looking to maybe knock the fucker out, realistically. He's been knocked down
there
again.
You go.
Put him out his misery. Oh, my Lord.
Goes to start kicking the other leg. Finally, when the one leg kick he does lands him out with a pull elbow from the lead side.
Very impressive performance there from the Moffett man. And yes, I have just seen him. I've just seen him in this octagon grip. So,
as a Wonderboy pick as well, it's always an interesting time to see.
Oh, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't often see Wonderboys picking up victories inside anywhere, really.
Well, Wonderboy's a difficult fighter to use. Yeah, I was about to say, Wonderboy's a very difficult fighter. He doesn't have a typical boxing. His actual stance itself gives way to a few leg kicks, which you have to spend a lot of time actually looking at and wondering how to use properly.
Yes, you do indeed. But once you get the gist of it, he's quite a good pick to use, really. Good person to use in the game, should I say. As we do move on to Mr. Purple Urkel versus Austin 316, Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I do love Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I believe that's a mistake on the graphic.
Oh, is it? Oh, we're not going to get Stone Cold versus Purple Urkel.
No, I don't believe so, but we will get the other Jake Paul tonight versus Shogun.
Oh, that will be a good one. Is that an Xbox Jake Paul I see?
Yeah, that is the Xbox Jake Paul, who spent about a round with the Jake Paul car beating up Mr. Kevin P. The poor sod did a fantastic job at trying to defend himself, but Jake Paul sadly got the better of him that night. We've got Eve Lorraine, I think, is the ref in charge tonight in the flyweight division. Dillashaw versus Figueiredo. Jake Paul being the Figueiredo fighter.
Flyweight?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
flyweight.
Wouldn't it? Sorry, I do apologise. I've not really got the best knowledge of a flyweight division other than Henry Cejudo as the champion there for a very long time.
Well, we do have Brandon Moreno. Like, every fighter in featherweight is a competitive pick. It's arguable that Figueiredo, though, is the best one. The only issue is when it comes to Figgy is his top game and his block. But to be fair, when you see him fight, it's completely understandable why he's blocked. He has such a low block health because he either takes it on the chin or he dodges it.
He goes for the whole Rocky Balboa approach. Block punches with your face. There's a nice crane kick, I think that is, from Mr. TJ Dillashaw. He looks for a takedown in a reasonably new animation. Does see him get off there, Figueiredo. Doc.
Yeah, Figueiredo so far just walking in his pocket, looking to, I think, brute force his way instead of technique it. And I'm not entirely opposed to that idea, especially when you know the chin of Figgy and just their general power he has.
Yeah, definitely. But Figueiredo is taking a lot of punches, but it's working as he gets stunned. As I say, commentators, because he gets speared. Roman Reigns, sorry, I mean TJ Dillashaw there. Spears Figgy into the cage. So Figueiredo maybe looking to get his feet now as he does move into the backside TJ Dillashaw there. As he looks to get up now, Jake Paul. But he may be getting slammed here. I do not know. Potential slam on the cards. Oh no, stops him. Is that new animation? I don't know, Doc.
No, it's not new animation. I think that's just a defense of getting the slam. And now we're back on the feet. We do know that Shogun's probably going to be looking for those counters as Figueiredo puts on this pressure. Figgy, on the other hand, non-stop, just looking to brute force his way into the means of the boxing.
100%, I can agree there. Just, oh, nice spinning bat fist from Mr. TJ Dillashaw. Like, if you're Jake Paul, you're just going to want to look to really be a bit smarter. Use your brain a bit. Oh, if he gets knocked down, because he's just absorbing punches with his face. Rocky Balboa slice. He does deny the transition again there, Doc.
Does get the note on the takedown. That's what you want to be doing, but I feel like he's got to add some technique here. Otherwise, although Dillashaw's seemingly gassing out quicker, you're going to end up with the issue of Dillashaw's just going to be able to get the bigger shots, bigger counters, and it's not going to be a fun time for you coming to the end of this round, coming into the second round, if it gets to that point.
If it does get to that point, you're going to want to think that Figueiredo is going to look slightly worse for wear going into the second round. Hopefully, he will be able to pull through for the Edges boys. I'm going to be a bit biased there, but obviously, like Figueiredo, he's just eating punches, really. He's just walking forward and eating, but he's landing when he eats, if you're with me. Like, he's feeding back, if you get me, Doc.
Yeah, I think I stand by my previous statement, is that he did go for a more brute force approach. Now, though, he's playing a bit of that footwork in, coming in and out of that pocket, and that's what you want to be doing after you realise that you can't just overwhelm your opponent. That's how you know someone's kind of known to this game, kind of typical, used to it, and that's where it becomes a bit more difficult, and that's how you know you need to start changing up your game plan.
Yeah, definitely. But if you look at the stamina and difference now, not stamina, sorry, head health differences. TJ Dillashaw does get stunned there. Contacts curse a bit there. As he gets knocked out. Wow. Figueiredo sends him to sleep by tapping on his head.
A knee to the face followed by...
to knock him out.
Well, I mean, but it seems it was a knee to the face and just a normal punch which doesn't get blocked, and then as Dillashaw fired, he just doubled up on it, like you see here with that lead hook after the break, and he just couldn't block it because he was already in the fall there.
He punched him in the back of the head. Figueiredo needs to disqualify him. We need to give that win to TJ Dillashaw. He's been hitting him in the back of the head there. As with that, very impressive performance from both of them. They're both eaten shots, really, there. Mr. D.
It was a very close fight up to that point.
Is up against a bit of blue tack. He was on last week, wasn't he? He was the one who got ran over, if I'm not mistaken, by someone.
Who got run over?
No, not metaphorically, Doc. No one's actually been run over. Don't worry.
I don't know when it comes to you. It's always a bit scary.
Mr. D. Mr. Blue Tack versus a bit of Blue Tack versus D Gamer. Blue Tack was here last week. I remember him. I feel like he got run over by someone.
Oh,
metaphorically.
poor Blue Tack, man. He's now finding not AJS. It's TFA D Gamer Blue Tack as the Sugar Sean show. Is it Sugar Sean? I don't know. Fuck it.
Sugar Sean O'Malley's the one with the weird coloured hair who looks a bit like a fucking angry rainbow.
I've never quite heard him described like that, but we continue. Jan in the blue gloves, D Gamer putting on his boxing pressure, and both of them are already going at it. To a flying knee follows another flying knee, a head kick, another head kick. Both of them are just mirroring each other's strikes so far.
Definitely. It's a very entertaining matchup so far, and I'm loving just how they're both just like, let's fuck each other's shit up.
Yeah, no, it does. Generally seems to be the case. Misses the head kick, a body kick follows through, a body teep there. Now he's on the back foot, and O'Malley definitely needs to work out what he's going to do from this position, because on the feet it was definitely an interesting scenario, but judging by that denial, which seems like Jan has a bit more calm, knows a bit more what he's doing.
Yeah, he does indeed, but like the grappling now from Jan, he's going to look to use it a lot from this fight, because Blue Tack, he's actually 1-1 so far. I do apologise, Mr. Blue Tack, for saying you got run over last week. You did not. And you went on a tangent. O'Malley's not got the best grappling in the game, has he? He's far from it even. Whereas Jan, he's a very good overall fighter, as you did see in his fight versus Mr. Aljamain Sterling.
I think when it comes to Jan, at least in game, he's one of the few cases in which it probably doesn't do him justice to actually how good he is IRL.
Yeah, definitely, I can agree.
Which is
there,
saying a lot, especially for how much of a meta pick he is within the bantamweight division. O'Malley finally getting back up to his feet, a minute 50 left on the clock. And now, if you're O'Malley, you'll probably be playing like the Wonderboy Thompson we saw earlier against Ferguson, because that's kind of the same fight here. You need to be using your length, using your reach, poking, prodding, and making sure you don't get hit.
This is a fight I'm just going off on a tangent. Would like to see in real life, really, because I think Jan will fuck his shit up. He does look like an angry rainbow. I'm sorry, I don't like it. Like, it annoys me how he looks like an angry rainbow. Like, he looks like he's a skittle. I wouldn't exactly
say he's an angry rainbow. I'd definitely say he's a rainbow, but Jan definitely seems like the more angry fighter here, putting on his pressure and gets another takedown, wanting to cuddle on the ground, and 55 seconds left, doesn't give him that much time against the cage, could easily get a sprawl get up he wanted to, does get the backside very cleanly, definitely showcasing that he's probably got a bit more high level grappling than O'Malley just in general, and now starting to look for that damaging shots.
Because with grappling, it's not necessarily who you use, it's how you use them in terms of the grappling department. He looks for a backpack. I hope that RNC isn't banned. Is it? Oh no, it is from backsitting, but not if it's in the backpack, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe the overall rule is that backpack and backsitting RNCs are banned. The only RNCs that are allowed is the back mount and the back flat RNC.
Ah, I see indeed. It's very smart over there from Prime Time to do that. Although, you've got to feel that that's Jan's around, just slightly better grappling. Oh, it takes his head off there nearly with a good punch.
Does get tripped down, O'Malley. Looking like he's going to be the better fighter, and goes for the wheel kick, doesn't get it, does get the stun, another flying one. Overhand clips him, both trying to trade, and 30 seconds into the second round, and both of them are playing like absolute nutcases here. Good to see, indeed.
Vibrate on as well. You can hear when those punches land. You can feel them almost in the commentary booth. The brrr, all such, if you will. It's nice to know. He all looks for it when he gets into half guard. Smart man there from Mr. Sugar Sean. Must have been watching previous fight stock.
A top mount position now, does deadly, gets a deny, and yeah, this could be looking to go completely in Jan's favour. He's got the position, he's got the dominance, he did have a deny, no longer gets it. O'Malley does get a very crucial deny, looks at the get up again, doesn't get it, probably needs to go to half guard now though, Rara.
Yeah, definitely, if you are Mr. D Gamer. Very good at the grappling, very good at the striking. But just a bit like, sometimes he gets Pete on wrong. He's going to want to just look to keep grappling with him. It's working, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
I mean, there is that point. You also may want to make the fight fun, and to be fair, watching these two on the feet is a very interesting time indeed. But both of them now just in this, Jan got reversed in his bottom half guard, and Mali probably looking to get up, doesn't get up, gets denial from backside, and going to be looking transitioned half guard, doesn't get it, and Jan definitely looks like he's got the denials, and even when he's on the bottom.
Yeah, that's the benefit of Mr. D Gamer. He's very good at his denialing and the grappling side of things in terms of this game. And it's impressive how good he is sometimes. You know, like grabbing the little tiny kinks and conks as such. I just invented a new word. Oh, he gets stunned here though, not looking too peaky there, Doctor.
Goes for another takedown. Did get stunned. It's evident that Jan's a lot more comfortable on the ground than he is on the feet.
It's a good job we have got a doctor in the commentary booth, because both of these might be needing to get concussion checks going into the third round potentially here. The amount of strikes they're just throwing at each other, really.
People doing, I'm just on this quick side note, as he lands some nice little bits of ground pound. You see the sprawl transition, like you see the up get, and then you see a deny. But we've only seen one submission attempt from that position after deny. Although it was a proving nectar, I also find that generally the ghillie from sprawls are very effective means, because normally even on that deny you can get about. You can actually get into that sprawl position on the third stage and into top mount, and so even if you don't actually get the sub, you normally can get a much better position than sprawl.
Definitely so, I can agree there. Even from sprawl, I like to see a bit more body work as such. Just, nice denials, not denials, just posting of the hooks to go into the second round there from Mr. Sugar Sean. 10-9, Jan?
Yeah, definitely 10-9. Wasn't a 10-8. Both of them staying fairly lenient in terms of significant strikes, but I seem that Jan's definitely had a very good round. He did get stunned though, so it's a 50-50 split on the way the judges see it. You're never particularly sure. I would probably fake glove touch.
Yeah, interesting. It's that third round, second round even. Bit of animosity between the two, perhaps. Third round even. Is it third? I can't quite see it at the bottom of my screen. No. See, it's one of those fights, timeless. It feels like it's been going on forever. As in how good it's been. Like, you've lost track of time.
I feel like you're losing track of your words here, to be fair. Jan shoots another takedown, and he's got 4 minutes to work. We've seen how he's done within 2 minutes, within 3 minutes. It's been nice to see how he does over the course of a full round and that time to work.
Yeah, he's got the sprawl. He's going to want to look to just throw some shots to the body, as he is doing here quite smartly, to be able to stop Sugar Sean O'Malley's stamina. Just like prevent his stamina from going up. I'm kind of losing my track of thought a bit.
Gets a deny there, goes for the back mount, doesn't get it, denies there, does get denied again. Both of them making sure that neither are able to move even when someone holds a dominant position.
Yeah, 100% can agree there. There's a nice little peppering of the shot. Right, so he moves into full guard even. Very nice. He's looking to build a bit of grapple advantage and get back to his feet there smartly from Mr. Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's just looking to close the range a bit, which isn't the smartest move, but use the range. Don't close it, because Jan will hurt you if you close the range too much, Doc.
Yeah, that is a thing though. Jan does have a lot better boxing. Another takedown shot here, and this seems to be the name of the game indeed. O'Malley's having success on the feet. Jan's having a bit of success on the feet. Isn't getting much. Feels threatened by O'Malley, and then shooting the takedown and controlling him on the ground. Yeah,
definitely the little blood you can see coming out of Sugar Sean O'Malley now. As he gets back to his feet again, when he gets taken down, he doesn't look like anymore he's in too much bother. And if you're Jan, you're going to want to just look to fix that potentially, because you don't want to get knocked out on the feet by Mr. Sean's spinning death kicks of doom and power and stuff. Doc.
Oh,
let's say that. Commentator's curse right there. He does get stunned. He gets back to his feet. Quite a ballsy move there from Mr.
It was interesting though, to be fair, that you had O'Malley getting stunned and then Jan instantly shooting for a takedown. Another sprawl here who seems to have worked out how to defend takedowns to win this last minute after suffering the issues for the last 3 minutes and a half, and now it's going to be an interesting fight as he does it. Another takedown denied there, maybe looking for a big counter, but I think this may be too little too late.
If he'd have maybe started this in the beginning of the second round, could have been a different fight. As he knocks him down, though. Could you see the finish? He's pouring on the pressure. I'm really going to have to hold on here. Jan is on the ropes. Bit of blue tack. Is he going to finish it? Oh, we think he does. He does. Wow. That is impressive from Mr. Blue Tack.
That was definitely impressive. Finally getting the KO. After I would definitely say he was down and needed that finish, and that's exactly what he did.
That fight's going to be stuck in my memory for a very long time. Really entertaining. A bit of grappling, a bit of everything you wanted. A bit of striking, a bit of grappling, a bit of clinching even. All intriguing, and with that we move on to the end of the prelims now with actually no, do we? Because I know Swish Bitty is banned. We've got Kama just versus someone.
It's Swish Bitty.
Is it? We don't know.
I don't think Swish Bitty's banned.
Is this the one he spoiled? No, because you banned him for spoiling, didn't you?
I'm not particularly sure what the way it's going on either way and which it is. Kama Just versus Swish Bitty in the middleweight division, but it seems that we've got an Izzy Adesanya and a Holland pick to look at, so let's get straight into it.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be a good one, as it always is, with those lightweights. Or welterweights, or middleweights.
Lightweights, Izzy, Holland.
I've misheard what you said.
I said Izzy Adesanya and Kevin Holland. I'm not sure how you get lightweights from that, but we continue on with life. We have seen a lot of Ferguson, so I can understand the confusion. Holland as Swish Bitty, Izzy Adesanya being chosen by the...
Yep, Swish Bitty is banned, so I don't know how he's fighting here, Chief. But it does not matter, as it's going to be a good fight. Oh, no, this is the one he spoiled. Sorry, it's come back to me now. You know, he posted the old nonsense we had and that. Anyway, fighting. Oh, I think the both just looking to punch each other's ears off.
Both of them playing very aggressive here, and now just a takedown shot already. That's exactly what you can do. Add Izzy, not Izzy, as a Hollander's fighting, Izzy playing very aggressive, and both of them a swish kick there.
Yeah. If you are Adesanya, though, you want to try to use that range because you've got it. Being one of the taller middleweight fighters around, really. You're going to want to just to use the range, keep kicks, keep Holland at bay, because Holland is landing a lot better in that pocket as such.
Yeah, he is landing a lot better in the pocket, but so far Izzy's just managed to keep it around. He major lunges out of there. Well, he's working the body quite effectively as well, and so Swish Bitty's just having that difficulty.
Yeah, he definitely is, but it's not over yet. Swish Bitty's definitely been having fucking English. Swish Bitty's definitely hit there. Doc, can you take over while I find my words? If you'd be so kindly.
Well, right, I find his work. Both of them are trading in the pocket. Head kicks that's fired. Just does lean into it, nearly getting clipped here. Jab straight hips and the spinning elbow in retaliation. Both of them going back. Another body kick and knee to follow. It seems like Just doesn't care about the chin of Holland. It's about a 96, I remember correctly, and he's mainly focused on getting that body done and dealt with.
Yeah, definitely. It's very impressive so far. He's really working the body nicely, Mr. Adesanya. But Holland is digging into it quite well there. Could have been it if he'd looked for an uppercut, Mr. Adesanya.
He is digging into it quite well, but I feel like Just here is just having a bit more success, both in training back and forth. A jab to the body seems kind of pointless, but it's always just to confuse your opponent. If you can just get up one shot off, maybe it's going to open up other shots.
Yeah, definitely. It looks very nice so far as he... Oh, we are talking about the disadvantage, but if you look, Holland's strategy seems to be working slightly better than Adjust so far. But Adjust, hence the name. Where's the stop clock?
Oh,
kind of concerned there. Oh, there's the stop clock. That's another one.
Maybe
where's it gone?
Maybe just be a saying he has.
Body is in trouble.
Jesus, Just is just he wants that body done and he wants it now. You don't give it to him, he's going to find a way to do it. The cardio of Holland already having massive suffering. Probably I would tell you how long we got left in the round, but I think as I pointed out, we're unsure where the stop clock has gone, and so both of them now looking to trade and throw.
Definitely, and Swish Bitty going into the second round, if he even are near the second round, and commentator curse again, is going to be a lot more tired because of the cardio and the body work from Adesanya in that first round. Adjust is going to look to adjust to make sure he doesn't land as many doesn't get caught with as many headshots as he has in that first round, definitely look to maybe regenerate a little bit, because it was working to a degree with Bitty. If he could maybe tailor out the body shots he was taking.
Already though, and now Izzy is already putting on this pressure, goes for another body kick. He wants that body, finally gets a drop, and now on top, the chin of Holland's quite good, but that body is gone completely.
Definitely, as he stuns him here.
Oh,
wow. Very impressive head movement from Mr. Adjust, as he's adjusting well, and he's taking him down. No, he's taking him down, so he knocked him down. This could be it. No, he's not, 'cause he's going to get into side control, Doc.
Goes to knee the body in this half guard, finally gets up, knowing that he doesn't need to look on there. He's got to have enough success on the feet that this is all he needs to do. But a body kick straight, and he finally gets to finish there.
Just that one, Mr. Switch Bitty. I'll see you back in February 5th, my friend, for spoiling that one for me.
Adjust definitely had a very aggressive play style, played very aggressive, and got the win indeed. He just worked that body aggressively and non-stop.
Maybe I can understand why he spoiled that one now. Going off on a tangent. Oh, shut up.
Anyhow, on to the main card of the night. We have iCloud versus LW Reaper starting us out. Later on, we have Pudgy versus the ever mighty Mystic Mac, followed by yourself and Keza. Bang Bang, Don't Wrestle Me, Warbsy, Caliber, Matty D, Das, and to finish off the night with a bang, of course, we'll have the ever mighty Cryptic Optics versus the Mr. Humbledink.
Indeed we will. It will be an entertaining main card. As you do look at guys like Reaper and myself, I'm going to plug myself, because you know I'm an asshole like that. And Cryptic Optics, definitely, I'm going to go off on a tangent about them too. It's going to be a good little title fight there. Title fight, main fight, then fight. As we move into this fight, between whom, Doc?
iCloud versus Reaper. iCloud as the Volkanovski, Reaper as the Poirier pick, both of them in the featherweight division. So Poirier's an interesting pick up at this weight, but hey, I've seen weirder picks, to be fair.
Yeah, indeed I have as well. But like, Volkov is that? Crikey, I've only just realised it's Volkov. Volkov is a good fighter.
Volkov is a Russian fighter in the heavyweight division.
I call him Volkov.
Okay.
Block's broken early though here.
Just for clarity, they are two different fighters though, Rara. Volkov's
yeah, I know they are.
Oh, okay.
I know Volkanovski's the little midget man who's the featherweight champion at this current time, and I know that Volkov's the big fat Russian man who's quite scary.
He's not that fat, he's quite skinny, but we continue. But very aggressive here by Poirier. He's landing that body. He's tried to land that body kick on a few occasions. It has been blocked, and knee fires in retaliation from Volkanovski, and Volkanovski now playing on this back foot, just looking to pepper the shots as Poirier comes into the pocket.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to look to use that striking of Poirier, which you're going to want to think has a bit of an advantage, considering Volkov is a featherweight. If he gets the takedown, oh, no, he doesn't. Nice little defense there from Mr. Reaper. Docked.
Yeah, he's definitely having some success, so Reaper does actually get the stun. Faking the low, going up high afterwards, doesn't get anything major off of it afterwards, but putting on this pressure, gets the head clipped and straight down onto the ground, but Volkanovski goes.
Yeah, he's taking the head here, very nice work. 1 minute.
Poirier now starting to put on this pressure, landing very aggressively, and a body kick follows suit.
Yeah, indeed, it's what you want to look at, really, if you are Volkov. To use those front kicks a bit, because they've kind of landed when they are there. When you're using them even, crikey, I'm really losing my train of thought here. What's I saying? Oh, fuck. No, it's gone. Yeah, Doc, give me a minute. I'm going to try and get my train of thought back properly.
Both of them playing very aggressively. 1:20 left on the clock. Reaper on the back, not Reaper on the back foot. iCloud on the back foot, looking to actually sneaky shots past, but so far Reaper just having a bit of difficulty here. Does actually get the drop though, and this could be deadly from Volkanovski in top mount. No head held, going to be start putting on this pressure of the top mount.
Surely the fight's over here.
Oh, it should
be. Oh, doesn't throw a straight. If he'd have thrown a straight, that'd have been sleep tight for Mr. Volkanovski. Someone would have been getting him a blanket to keep him awake in that, put him to sleep in that octagon.
Well, Reaper's most success have actually been the head kicks, have been the slips, and again it's another slip there follows suit, taunting him at the end of 10 seconds left on the clock, and both of them still looking to trade shots in the pocket.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, really, from Mr. Poirier. A bit of entertainment, entertain the people. He's playing with his food, which I don't like much, but entertainment.
I wouldn't say he's playing with his food. He's definitely trying to look for the finish here. You see him go for that top mount, and at the end, it was only 10 seconds left. It was kind of pointless to jump on. You had a lot of more opportunities there at the end, just to maybe look for a better finish, look for a better shot, instead of jumping on and just wasting the last 10 seconds of the round.
I know, by playing with his food, I meant he was dancing in front of his food.
Taunting.
Not he was plating his in. I'd call it dancing, same thing, and certainly near enough. Anyway, nice head movement.
Depends who you are. Holloway has been known to dance in front of his opponents. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds into the first round, and so far it's playing out fairly similar to the same. You've got Poirier putting on this pressure, looking for the counters. Finally gets a drop on Volkanovski, and Volkanovski needs to start moving his head, start making adaptations to how he wants to fight.
The bodywork was lethal there in the clinch. But Volkov hits him in the occasional shot, which doesn't do a lot of damage in comparison to Poirier, who's piling on the pressure here. His head was blinking there as he really looked to dig to the body. Didn't land much because of the weird head movement thing. I don't get how that works massively. As the strikes of Poirier and the range he's using are just better, because Volkov hasn't got the power in lightweight compared to featherweight.
I think it's featherweight though.
Is it featherweight?
I think it is featherweight. Like on the card at least
Dustin
it
was
says.
with featherweight.
Dustin is at featherweight. He's a lot better in the lightweight division, but that isn't to say he's not. He's not an opponent to do. Taunting there slightly, goes for the body kick. The stam of Volkanovski fairly low. Grieper looking again for the switch. Doesn't get it. Another body kick, fires in retaliation, and this is just seems to be the case that Poirier's having a lot of success here.
Yeah, definitely. He's using the rage, and that knocks the fucker out. He goes to sleep, get him a blanket in the middle of the octagon to keep him warm while he sits there for a wee minute. Very impressive fight from the Dustin Poirier player there, and really used the range and just the more power of him to win that fight.
Indeed, he did indeed. Pudgy now coming up next against the ever mighty Mystic Mac. Mystic Mac known for his jab straight. Pudgy known for his aggressiveness in the lightweight division. This is definitely going to be an interesting fight. I think we're going to see the same matches we did last time, now in the lightweight division of a Poirier versus a Volkanovski.
That'll be a very nice, interesting matchup to watch. As it is a lightweight bout this time. Very interesting, as Volkanovski, I'm not quite sure, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't have as much power as Poirier in the lightweight division, or most lightweights for that matter, but he's still a solid pick that you do see quite a lot of people using. Oh, nice little dance or taunt from both of them. Oh no, just Volkanovski, Doctor.
A bow of respect there, goes for a touch gloves, doesn't accept it instead. Now starting to put on this pressure. The jab straight's already seen coming out. The jab leg kick does, and then lead elbow seems to be like a main step on tonight as well, Card.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very interesting matchup. Oh, he's really closing the range quite well, Volkanovski, so far. I'm going to call him Volkanovski for simplicity reasons from this point onwards. It's just very nice. He's closing the range well, but Poirier is throwing nice shots, as they say, that he gets clinched and judo thrown into oblivion as he gets into backside. Now he looks for the full guard and gets it, Doctor.
Well, Mystic Mac is known for his striking. If you want to go for the grappling exchanges, that may be the best opportunities here. Although he does get up fairly quick, he's not wanting to hang around in the full guard. He's against the cage. Poirier's now got to make sure he's got to fight off this cage. Probably takes into octagon. Does so, lands the body kick. The main core feature you'll see between these types of matches is the fact that Poirier has that reach, and that's what he needs to be using. He needs to be poking, prodding with that jab straight, and Mystic Mac knows how to use a jab straight.
100% Mystic Mac, a very adverse grappler, been around a while now, since UFC 3 days, 2 days even maybe. Oh, he's broken the block, the block, if I can say it. The block is broken.
I mean,
from
it doesn't seem to be
Poirier
any more. They're
as
just
much.
landing clean shots past the block, misses the head movement. Both of them trading very nicely there. Overextends on the straight, a body kick clips Volkanovski as he exits the pocket, and Pudgy trying just to swing for the fence here, looking to do any damage he can to Mystic Mac.
Yeah, definitely. It's very nice. Mystic Mac is landing the cleaner shots, but if Pudgy can get some shots in of his own, you're going to want to think that Mac is going to be in trouble if he can just land a few shots compared to... what I'm trying to say is, Volkanovski has to land more shots than Poirier to damage him, more than Poirier does have to land.
Well, I mean, Poirier's landing some very clean shots here. Every time Volkanovski enters this pocket, he's at least been clipped by a jab, maybe straight to follow, and that's just... As you consistently do it, even within half a round, it's going to do so much damage that it's going to be sometimes unrepairable to actually do it. And again, Pudgy goes for a trip, doesn't get it, and a jab straight following suit behind, a switch kick follows, a body kick is there as well. 50 seconds left on the clock, and so far both of them are just looking to trade.
He's looking to pile on the pressure.
This is a massive change of pace, though.
Could this be it? Not quite. He does manage to stay in there as Mystic Mac really piling on the pressure now, Doc.
I mean, that was Pudgy getting the knockdown there. Now Mystic Mac got the stun, doesn't get the knockdown sadly. And 20 seconds left on the clock with how quickly it changed pace within about 5 seconds in both these corners. I wouldn't be surprised they'll get another change of pace coming out of the second round.
Yeah, you're going to want to think that pace is going to slow slightly from that very frantic first round. Where, because of obviously stamina is going to get slightly worse as the fight progresses, is it not, Doc?
Pardon?
Look, stamina's going to get worse as the fight progresses, so like...
That is typically the idea. As you progress within
the pace
a fight,
is going to change.
Your stamina goes down. That means your pace, your exchange rate is going to massively change. However, with a person like Volkanovski who's got very good recovery, you're not necessarily going to lose all that stamp. If you're grappling quite a lot as well, you're not going to lose all that stamp. If you're doing a lot of body work, you're going to lose a lot more stamp than you would do otherwise. So it's just a matter of what roles, what people are throwing, how people are fighting, and how many times you've been body stunned or even head stunned or have been knocked down, to be fair.
Yeah, it's been very nice from both of them so far, but Dustin seems to be landing better shots in this second round. 100% compared to the first round with as I say that, commentates first slightly there, as Volkanovski looking to pile on the pressure to finish this one off, Doctor.
Volkanovski's definitely looking to put on this pressure, but again, Mac also having some success every time that he does land, get that jab straight off. Like, you just see him, Pudgy just walking onto that straight every now and again, doubles up on the jab, uppercut, gets a drop there, tries to go for the finish, lets his opponent up, and just using that jab again. Pudgy looking to move his head, not having any success with it. Does get the lead overhand off after nearly getting clipped by the rear hook, but both of them having a lot of difficulty here. But so far, Mac just seems to have now just established that jab and hasn't let off that pressure since.
Indeed, he has not. Mac has been walking forward a bit like a zombie almost this entire fight as he stuns him here, really piling on the pressure now. So Pudgy even, not Mac. I've just worked out Poirier after all this time. I've been calling the wrong person. I was
wondering why you were calling like Pudgy when you were going for Pudgy making the win. Pudgy gets dropped there, and Mac now starting to put on this pressure, heavily looking for the finish. Gets the reversal though. That's massive in the favour of Pudgy. Pudgy now raining down some bombs in top mount. Doesn't get the first one. Only clips him on the second one, and probably got to look for a bigger shot coming out of this grappling exchange.
And I'm aware that Volkanovski is actually Pudgy and not Mystic Mac. He's definitely been ahead in the fight, Volkanovski, so far. Other than that knockdown there, really. Oh, we're going to see an armbar, because I know Dustin Poirier kind of maybe has that. Or does he? Does he have that?
I believe he does, but he does go for the top man. I would definitely say it's a better position, especially with how little time's left on the clock. Now starts to rain down shots, and both of them fairly gassed coming out of the second round now. We're only 20 seconds left on the clock. You can imagine the recovery is going to play a massive part in how someone survives.
Could this be it? Oh, one punch off the finish. There's Pudgy there. Or is it Mystic Mac? No one actually knows. Mystic Mac
Pudgy just trying to survive. Finally gets the reversal, and now it's 3 seconds left on the clock.
Keep the control time.
We enter into the third round. This is a close fight. I don't know who's winning this.
Well, I'm not going to say who is because I've been calling the wrong person the entire fucking fight. So, I don't know there. But I do feel like Volkanovski has definitely looked slightly better maybe than Mac at points. But, like, not all the time.
Oh, sometimes that's just the way it goes. The uppercuts are hooks there, and both of them just looking to exchange on a non-stop basis. Entering into this third round, I'll imagine it's going to be a definitely interesting fight.
It's a bow of respect from Pudgy as these two both go to war in the third and penultimate round of this very entertaining matchup. And they're both looking to just box each other's ears off currently, but there's been grappling involved at one point in the fight, which was intriguing. There.
Takedown there does get success by Pudgy, but every time Pudgy gets hit, like, you notice that his head's blinking, and that's got to be worrisome for Pudgy. Like, he can't trade, he just needs that one shot to really counter her.
Indeed he does, because Poirier has used the slight reach advantage. It's literally about 4 foot taller. He's used his reach advantage to make himself like more land better strikes this fight. But he is stamina. It's like when he throws a big combo, it doesn't look as good as Volkanovski's stamina. Kinda.
I mean, to be fair, you also know I've just noticed the block of Volkanovski. He's taken so many shots to that block of the jab. The straight have done so much that any like couple of shots you end up with that block straight overcommitted or just even broken for that matter.
Yeah, because Pudgy's block is truly broken now.
Oh!
As Mac is stunned, no, Mac, he's looking for the finish here. Pudgy, is he going to put the Cage-Red champion to sleep? And he does. Impressive performance from both fighters, really. Neither one lost that. I won't start being all pessimistic, like, oh, either one deserved to lose that, because neither did they? Let's be real.
I mean, both of them played a very aggressive fight, and both of them just managed to get it that way. And now it looks like you've got to take a hop out of the commentary truth as you go fight Mr. FSK Keza.
Okay, indeed I shall.
FSK? I may be wrong there.
I'll do my best for you, lads. I'll do my best for you, doctors and the people.
And now there was one commentary guy. I'm your Rara's left to go off fighting. We got Rara versus Mr. Kezala. This should be an interesting fight within the lightweight division. Dan Murgliata as our ref, and off we go. Touch your gloves to begin with. Both of them exchange shots. We've got the leg kicks already starting out, body kick followed up, but as well, both of them seemingly already fairly well versed in each other's striking style. I didn't know Volkanovski had the oblique to head kick, to knees, the uppercut, and aggression by Poirier, followed by aggression in the favour of Keza. Check on the leg kick as well. Counter there, a body shot again, does get blocked, and both of them now starting to, as we've got past the first minute, so I'm expecting them to start having that feeling out process and start maybe either slowing down their pace or increasing the pace, just depending on what's going on. You saw Rara miss the leg kick and Keza counter instantly with beautifully there. Clinch work is really nice by Rara. He's just managing it every time. Every time he gets up close and he knows that there's no real other options, he's just going straight to it and looking for those knees. Keza, again, that straight lead hook, the straight rear uppercut. That straight non-stop is always there just to put that stopping power on Rara. Noticing the left leg of Poirier is also having a few issues. The right leg probably going to follow suit, especially when you have someone like Volkanovski kicking it. 2 minutes left, 2 minutes 20 left on the clock, and neither one of them seems to be wanting to slow down their pace. Stunned there by Keza and knee, and Raraz now starting to put on this aggression again. He does seem to be up, but so far, a minute 30 left on the clock, and I'm not particularly sure who's winning so far. Shots to take down, a nice change of pace. He was having some fairly good success on the feet, but definitely seems like Rao maybe was taking the edge. Gets the denial there, good job, making sure that he doesn't have such a dominant position like top mount. Does end up in full guard, now coming out into this half guard, looking again for the top mount, and does succeed this time, although Rao gets it straight back into half guard. Beautiful reversal there, does get the knight on the half guard though, making sure to instantly read his opponent and calling into the end of the first round. It's I think it's fairly even, fairly close. It's going to be definitely a change of who can adapt, who can change into the second round is going to be the mainstay of this fight. Straight coming out, the double hooks to follow, misses the oblique, does get the uppercut counter and pull back a straight, a hook, another hook, leans major lunges into the way of Volkanovski. Volkanovski now pinning Poirier against the cage, does get the oblique, not the oblique, does get a takedown though? Yes, he does. It's impressive how much action can happen within the state of the minute. Now reaching the first minute of the second round, and now we see Volkanovski in the side control, gets the knight on the full guard, probably going to look for either a side control position, which he does so, and now if he can get a couple of knives off, he can start doing some major damage with the elbows within the position. Jab straight, lead hook, her front kick follows suit, a couple of knees. Those knees have been really effective. That straight also effective. A straight also clips Rara. Hook follows suit, and Rara's playing a really intense game here. Like, he's making it very competitive against someone as good as Keza here. Shooting a takedown himself, a minute 20 left on the clock. Keza's going to have to definitely change up his place here. He needs to get off from bottom and now then start building his way up to come work on the feet. And now we're on the and again, this is a lovely job here by Keza. He's just controlling the fight. This is what you want to be doing. A minute 20 left on the clock, gets another denial, go for the half guard. Farah gets the denial, both of them playing a fairly calm and steady pace, but they've got to make sure not to overextend, not to gas out. Another denial there, 40 seconds left on the 45, sorry. And this ain't looking great for Rara, but again, when it comes to grappling, anything can change in the factor of a millisecond. As seen. Commentary curse indeed appearing, another reversal there, and I feel like that's exactly what you mentioned when you say that it can change in the factor of a millisecond. Some heavy ground and pound, and Rara gets finished. Lovely job there by Keza, finding just narrowly avoiding it even when he had a known gas tank.
Yeah, frustrating that one, honestly, but as I always say to myself, not bad for a guy who literally lost 13 fights in a row in this server, so it was 13 at one point, so here's what it is, and I'll be back next week, as I always am on my little merry travels, you know. Very impressive performance from Keza, though. Fucking hell, he was just a different animal, really. I'm kind of like, I feel like I've sort of become on the cusp. Like, I'm not good enough to beat the main eventer guys, but I'm good enough to beat most of the preliminers, if you're with me. So I'm kind of like living in between the two.
Well,
If you get what
sometimes
I'm
that's the
saying,
way it goes. Sometimes you just end up being a gatekeeper, but that's just the way it goes. Now, on to the next side of the main card. We got Bang Bang versus Don't Wrestle Me. Definitely Bang Bang ain't going to be shooting any takedowns. We know how Bang Bang works. We know his aggression. And this is going to be an interesting time.
Yeah, I heard someone once asked Bang Bang what makes him different, and he said ruthless aggression. Reference to John Cena there. If anyone understands that, who watches professional wrestling, you might. But anyway, on to the fight here. A really interesting one with, is that a calf?
No, that is Rena Brunner. I can't pronounce his name correctly.
Well, Renan Brow.
Henan Brow, or something similar to that name. But already Bang Bang starting out aggressive with the Cody Garbrandt. Does have pair of powerful hands. Not a very good chin though.
No, but you don't need the chin if you're not going to get hit, do you?
He doesn't. Well, you never know. Bang Bang, he's known for getting hit, but also for getting dished out. Don't Wrestle Me narrowly avoiding a couple of punches there. Ducks into a front kick, dodges out of the way, and Rara? Bang Bang landing the shots cleanly every time.
Right, it's not double duty tonight, Doc. Anyway, yes, but Bang Bang's been landing the cleaner shots, but I'm hardly going to right off morale there, as he really did need to look for that takedown. And gets it. It's quite a good little takedown there. Do you know not quite what version? And it's a double leg, but I don't know like what it's called in terms of a double leg, Doc.
The body lock takedown was there. And it did work. Now Cody getting the instant reversal top mount from this position, and he just gets straight back up on the feet.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, really, isn't it? You can get back to your feet. You can use the boxing of Cody Garbrandt really, really effectively, which is where Bang Bang wants to be, just boxing the ears off Mr. Renan Barral with the as I say, he's boxing the ears off him, he's boxing the body off of him. He's probably broken a rib there, the poor Mr. Renan Barral, Doctor.
Oh, lovely job there. And now you've just got this aggression. Like, this is where Bang Bang succeeds. As soon as you're against his cage, as soon as you can't pull back, he's just going to start trying to blitz you. And this is what he does, just working every aspect of your body, head, legs, just looking for every clean shot in the books.
Yes, indeed. He's really looking to take the fucker's head off, Mr. Cody Garbrandt. As he's really doing that. He's just taking the head off of him, really, and he's boxing, biddly boxing as such, not biddly boxing. Apparently, that's a new word I've just invented without the dictionary. Which is very impressive. The pressure so far from Bang Bang has been relentless. As again, he gets another knockdown. Really what you want to see. Very nicely, as Doc might say. Lovely job, Lee. It's just like, he's got to be careful with the, the stamina. It's just nice. Oh, unlucky there. Oh, he looks to take the head off of him.
Bo playing
he doesn't quite.
Bo playing aggressive here, like trading shots. He does get dropped again, and very interesting time. Makes it to the second round, and
oh, is that a tattoo? That's a nice tattoo, Mr. Renan Barral. It's alright, I'm kind of an MMA casual, I don't know these little details as such. It's a very nice tattoo he's got of a man's face. If someone might like to explain whose face that may be, if it's like his wife or something, or his husband, I don't know, whatever it is. Though he floats. It's a very impressive... Oh, it's again Cody Garbrandt now with the pressure boxing here. Very impressive, isn't it not, Doctor?
Very aggressive here. He's just nearly narrowly the pullback, and really aggression there, digs down to that body. Just seems like Bang Bang's now I wouldn't say he's playing with his food, he's just trying to find that one opening. Don't Wrestle Me is giving him a hard job. Double uppercuts there. Now we're here, and
Don't Wrestle Me probably needs to try and use the wrestling a bit. I know it's a bit too late now, but in future he probably wants to look for that type of wrestling. Apparently that's a new word as well, because I can't say wrestling, you know.
Evidently Bang Bang really wanting a clean KO, and that's what he gets there.
flashbang there, my friend. Impressive, impressible, wonderful performance from Bang Bang Night. Don't wrestle me, land a strike in that second round.
I imagine he did. I hope he did.
I'd like to come look at the stats. Can we get the stats up? I'd like to see that.
I don't think the stats are shown, sadly. And now on to the next fight, but just for the co-main event of this evening, EK Wobbsy versus the ever-mental KM Caliber.
Cowboy Cerrone.
Also known as Cowboy Cerrone.
Any fight, anytime, any place, Caliber, he'll just invite you.
He really is, and it's just the way it goes. He's always a great pickup wherever you go, and he's always needed for that factor.
Yeah, definitely, I can agree there. As we move into this fight, Mr. Justin Gaethje and Rafael dos Anjos. My favourite fighter in the entire game, other than Dominic Cruz, obviously. I love using him at lightweight and welterweight, to be honest. They're both really enjoyable picks to use. Both of them, really, Justin and RDA.
Yeah, they are both really enjoyable, and so far RDA staying fairly patient on this black line, hovering, letting Wobbsy put the pressure on, and Caliber's just looking for each individual shot.
Yeah, it's very nice so far, as Mr. Rafael dos Anjos does look to just try and use the teep kicks and potentially use a bit of grappling on Justin, because Justin Gaethje may have like a black belt in some martial art somewhere that involves grappling, but it's not really shown on this game, is it much?
No, well, it's an interesting one. RDA's kind of that middle of the road pick in which he's good, but there are better picks than him in some cases. Mainly Poirier.
Yeah. Yeah, Dustin's he's kind of like the Poundland Dustin Poirier almost, if you will, but
that's probably the best version of what I've ever heard someone describe RDA in this game. He kind of is that Poundland version, although Gaethje definitely
$4 store for you Americans, don't worry. We've got to be culturally inclusive here, Doc.
What, the 79p stores?
Yeah, the 79, the cent store or whatever it's called.
79p is $1 in America.
Oh, I get the joke now. Bazinga.
Aye. Off topic completely. Caliber now gets to on top, goes to this sprawl. Now probably looking with the backside, and now this is going to be a difficult position for Wobbsy to make his way out of. And some heavy shots there, and
so
not the best defense we've seen all night. Goes to the half guard, finally gets it, and a minute 50 left on the clock. This is a long time for Caliber to work in, especially in such a dangerous position, such as top man.
We might see the most devastating move in all of UFC for a surprise armbar here. Nova will not, as he looks to mount him, but it's a little too late, as Justin Gaethje does get into the half guard. Can we please get that on some merchandise? Someone make that for me, I beg. I'll buy it happily. There's a nice denial there in the side control to stop him getting into crucifix. There's another denial there to stop him getting into half guard, Doctor.
Does get a crucifix this time around, and the full GA allows him to. A minute left on the clock, and it's going to be some hectic fun, especially with that an easy denial there. And now Wobbsy's got...
No. UFC 3 flashbacks, anybody?
This is a dangerous position to be. Finally gets himself out. Lovely job on the arm trap, though. And a minute, 30 seconds left. You're just going to be running out the clock here. I feel like there's no major ways of doing damage unless you go to the back sit, and so Caliber offers just to pound the body for the next 15 odd seconds.
Man. He's probably going to get, the fight's probably going to get stood up before then, maybe, I don't know, depending on what the referee's thinking. And when he gets into half guard a little too late there, end of the round, got to be given up to Caliber, just a little more damage and slight dominance on the ground with nearly 3 minutes control time, Doctor.
Well, 6 to 12, 6 to 14 single strikes also favours Caliber, and just in general, I think, as you mentioned, the control time's a major factor. How much damage and how much control you've had over your opponent is going to be the main scoring point for the judges here. Coming to his second round.
100%.
Wobbsy's probably got to change up his game plan here. He doesn't want to play aggressive, look for the KO early on, because otherwise I think Caliber's just going to take control of the fight again.
Yeah, one thing I don't like about, next to Justin Gaethje is a complete random knee. The fighter's really been using it, but you know that hold back on the elbow, thing with the hand where you walk backwards?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
I think that's because he has his special block.
Blocks. It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
No, that's because he's signature block, which is you can just block hooks. as you can see there, Warbs is doing the same. Like, if you can get, like, if someone lands a hook, you can get an instant check hook from it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong in that statement. However, it does leave you very open for jabs and uppercuts. A flying knee follow, a head kick follow suit, and now Caliber getting the pressure put on.
Justin has got the power. Nice dodge. And again, could this be it here? It was really piling on the pressure now. Mr. Justin Gaethje looking to pick it up in round 2, like you said, Doctor.
Well, again, it seems like Caliber's main issue, it just seems to be flying knees. Like Charleston had the triangle choke. For Caliber, it seems to be flying knees.
Yeah, flying knees are not the best thing to be trying to counter, really, are they? And it's getting very risky to counter.
Well, you can't exactly pull back on them either. They do come flying forward, and so it's definitely an interesting time.
Hence the term flying knee there, Doc. That's why they come flying forward at you. What's it going to do? Fly backwards at you?
It's definitely interesting time. A jab straight, an uppercut follow suit. 2 minutes left on the clock, and so far Caliber's been playing on the back foot, but I don't think he's entirely been losing the fight.
Just spinning knee. No, he has not. I feel like Caliber won the first round, if you ask me personally, but this round definitely more favouring towards Justin Gaethje with the striking attempt, with the grappling that has kind of not really been present. I don't know why I'm saying with the grappling there, really. Just he's throwing better strikes and stunned him even, Doc.
Yeah, well, I think as you mentioned, the grappling though was the major difference in the first round. Caliber was kind of half and half in the first, but as soon as he took it down, he had a lot more success. And now in the second round, he hasn't really attempted to take down. Instead, though, just front kicks him in the face.
As he gets into half guard.
He wasn't winning the take. He wasn't winning the grappling until he got front kicked in the face.
No, he wasn't. And now he's looking to ground and pound him, maybe potentially a finish here on the cards. It's not quite there. Well, there could have been a finish because of obviously.
Sprawl position again. This is just exactly the issue.
Pound his body again. Just like the stamina has got to be not looking too peaky if you are on the end of Warbsy now. Surely the amount of body work that Caliber has been doing in those positions like sprawl, like even clinch, cage, kind of like cage clinch position, you know. Doc.
Half guard position ending the second round. Both of them kind of ended up stalling on the ground. Caliber, I think, may have secured that victory by that brutal front kick at the end there. And now we enter into this third and final round. I think it's going to be 2 up to Caliber. Warbsy needing a win, and I think Caliber has the means of just making it either get the finish in on the ground or just being patient. And I think Warbsy needs this finish.
Yeah, indeed. It's very nice. It's just enjoyable. It's like the fighting it's on display currently is enjoyable. Yeah. Give me a minute, Doctor. I'm currently trying to find my train of thought. Completely lost it.
There we are. Shooter straight down, takedown. Both of them got stunned. Caliber capitalised on it massively. When he got stunned, Gaethje didn't know what to do, and so ended up in side control instead. A Kimura attempt now, and now it looks like that Caliber may have a bit of success if he can get the chain off. Doesn't get the chain, but this is some good tracking.
Potentially a smart move. It's a very good tracking, but smart move potentially because you don't want to be giving your opponent a position for then you just to let go, if you're with me, in a couple of seconds.
I mean, if he doesn't progress it, he's going to end.
Take his arm off.
Well, again, the chain may have benefited him. It seems like Warbsy got it a bit too quickly, and it just does seem to be going in favour of the escape bar. Instead, probably ends up in the full guard. He does so lovely job there by Warbsy getting the reversal, but not Gaethje. Caliber's still got massive control, gets the reversal into half guard, and now still a free reign to could do whatever he wants. I feel like.
Yeah, he definitely does have free reign to do what he wants as he looks to maybe work the body again. No, he doesn't. He gets on the backside now. In this third and final round, you've got to be thinking, if you're Justin Gaethje, get back to the feet and try and knock the fucker out. Send the fucker to sleep. Because it's not really working for you in the grappling department, is it, as such, Doc?
Yeah, this does seem to be the case. It's just shot after shot there lands cleanly, and both of them going straight at it.
Yeah, definitely. As he looks to maybe flip him here and he just goes into sprawl. I never understand why people bother doing that. As he gets the denial, he gets the backside. That's a new transition I've not seen before. Very intriguing there, Doc.
Yeah, it's a nice little reversal pre tonight on the downwards transition to Caliber's just getting that was going down for the sprawl just to make the backside transition quicker, and instead he got denied. Lovely deny there on the get up, and now Caliber going straight for back mount.
Yeah, impressive indeed there. What you want to see from the RDA pick. Just grappling with him. He just denies the top mount now. Wow, very impressive from Caliber. Caliber has got to be in line for a title fight soon. Crikey, he's been on a tear recently.
He really has been. He's going for another side control, doesn't get it, gets to deny, and now he's going to start raining down some heavy shots here. Jab straight, and just poor Gaethje here getting brutalised within the top mount position.
Justin truly is on spare time now, going into the third and final round here. Not looking too peaky, is he, really? Is he? Is not blind us either. 10 seconds left. You've got to really look for the big, massive, flashy KO now if you are Gaethje. As he does not get it. And he nearly takes his head off at the end of the fight there.
He really does.
29-28 to RDA. Probably a 30-27 if you ask me. He skips the unanimous decision.
Caliber taking the decision, 30-27 in his favour, getting over double the shots in total. I think we saw at the end there, like maybe 67 to 140 total strikes landed.
Your co-main event, Matty the Maniac D versus Cayman Darsh. As in Darsh Choke, for anyone who is wondering. I only learned this out the other day. It took me about 6 months, depressingly, to work that out, that he meant Darsh Choke. Although, going into this fight, it's going to be a very interesting fight. Both have been on quite a bit of a tear recently, from what I'm told, Doctor, by the back.
Both of them have been on a tear indeed, very aggressive, very well versed. I think Matt D's on a 4-0. I can't exactly remember Darcy's record off the top of my head, but it's going to be in the welterweight division, and both of them are known for a few peculiar picks, but I think this is an Usman mirror.
Oh, an Usman mirror. Wow. What I want to see now. I love a good Kamaru Usman pick. My Kamaru Usman's been complimented by Ziaf before. I enjoyed that. It was very nice. Thank you, Mr. Ziaf. It was enjoyable. As he knocks him down already. Crikey, I'm talking about my life. But, like, it's more important when we talk about this, like, is in here, Doc.
Again, Das playing it already got aggressive, gets to clinch, and now Matty D's got his back taken, starting with a couple of knees, goes for the sit, doesn't get it. Matty D now just happy to start looking to be aggressive.
Yeah, indeed, it's been very impressive so far, has he not? Well, there has been a knockdown on Darsh's part, I think. Darsh has been knocked down already this fight.
Has he?
I think so. I think we missed it when we were talking about my blooming Kamaru Usman.
Oh, always a fun time, but 3 minutes, 3 rounds to work, and that's still a long time to work, especially with someone like Usman. The power of Usman can change the battle massively, and just anywhere Usman is on the feet, whether it's the ground, he's always a threat no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. He's looked very impressive thus far in the fight, though, has he not, Matty D? Really looked like a guy who wants to fight and not just sit back and poke his opponent in this first round. Well, both of them do. They both look like they know each other more than just like...
Well, Ferreira figure out what to say. Both of them staying fairly composed, fairly content. Both of them trying to establish that jab, trading shots, only really throwing 2 pieces until they know that they can land a third and then coming out with it. But even then, they're both making sure to stay composed, concise, and discreet in how they're throwing.
Yeah, they've both been very intelligent with their strikes thus far as we are moving towards the second round here, with 2 minutes left on the clock, or just under, should I say. Although Green Shorts Usman has looked a lot better than Black Shorts Usman thus far in his first round here, has he not?
Yeah, Matty D has had a lot more success, it seems like, than Das, but so far Das actually finally lands a takedown.
Oh my word, an Usman lands a takedown in an Usman mirror match. What a shock there.
I mean, a minute 20 left on the clock, and it could go either way, though. Darcy's known for his notorious grappling. However, Matty has got some very effective bottom game and good GA control.
Indeed he does. It's just looked very good so far. And he's still going to just get a bit of control time now to finish up this round. Just a very smart move from Mr. KM Darsh. Choke. It's just, he's flipped there from Mr. Matty D. Very impressive. He could do with a bit of control time, properly see that he wins this round, Doctor.
Yeah, Matty, I think so far has looked a better fighter within this round. Darcy's definitely down and probably needs to make adjustments coming into the following round to actually start getting the control done.
Yeah, for 100% there, can agree. Still both look very impressive so far. I neither really look behind in the fight, but I've got to be giving that 10-9 to Matty D just for a slight bit more control time and landed slightly better shots. As we move into the second round now. Both, he instantly has a takedown but does not get it as Usman flips and does a little boggly bop there. Intriguing, to say the least, from Kamaru Green. I'm calling him green shorts and black shorts. One in the championship, one in the green shorts. Nice little shots there to the body from Matty D, Doctor.
Lovely uppercut there.
He is.
Does get it, both of them trading the shots and playing aggressive now, both just winning shots. A completely different style to what we saw in the first round, Rara.
Yeah, it's been a very good fight so far. Indeed, it's been a very good fighter. And just if you are Kai Darsh looks for another takedown and gets it there with a power takedown, you want to look to pretty grapple Matty D, because you are at a disadvantage in terms of striking, are you not, Doctor?
Well, especially with someone like Darcy, he's predominantly a grappler. Matty D, on the other hand, is predominantly a striker, so it makes sense, especially in terms of Darcy's abilities, to take it down and start controlling this fight. 3 minutes left on the clock, that's a long time to work with any type of grappler, probably even more so when it comes to KM Darce.
Indeed, Mr. KM Darsh really getting a bit of control time now, looking to get that. But Matty D doesn't look out of his depth here in the grappling department. Really building the little PP shots, pats on the head, pats on the body, to try and build some grapple advantage, Doctor.
Yep, staying fairly composed, and again, he's only mainly control full guard, so he's not even getting control time, no real postures up or control time either, and so lovely deny there. Matty D fairly low on the stand, purely from all the rabbit punches he's been trying to try build this GA. Does get pre-denied there, and so far Darcy's just going to go ballistic on Matty D's head.
Oh, wow, impressive. Maybe look for a choke here as he gets into crucifix now. PTSD through UFC 3 days there, perhaps. As he denies it, this could be dangerous here if he decides to throw some strikes. He's thrown a couple strikes, but it's been smart with the great stamina there. Really being smart. Maybe look for a choke if I am Darsh, because surely, maybe not, like, a bit dumb on reflection. I apologise there.
KM Darcy, Usman himself doesn't actually have any chokes. He doesn't have a Kimura. He doesn't have any real chokes apart from side saddle and triangle, which is actually banned. So, in terms of actual submissions, Usman he doesn't have any really viable options within the side control position. So it's more the case of just elbowing your opponent until his head health is cracked.
Oh, I see, indeed. Just getting into crucifix again now. Can he get the denial? He doesn't get the denial, but gets into the side saddle. We can't get the armbar off here, unfortunately, because of it being banned in Prime Time MMA. So he just looks to pummel the face in with the elbows of Mr. Matty D, Doctor.
I mean, even if the elbows don't get through and do the head damage, you're still decreasing that block, and that's exactly what you do as you want to do.
Ground and pounds, blinking. And he sees the third and final round of this fight. And a very good matchup. Matty D probably took the first round with the striking, but Darcy is definitely coming to more so in the second round.
Yeah, Darcy's grappling definitely changes completely. Matty D shoots straight for a takedown, taking Darcy down to begin.
I can do better with Matty D.
It definitely does seem to be the case. He's already built the ground and pound up, now start playing a bit more aggressive. Both of them looking for that GA battle. Matty D seems to be partly winning to a point, but I think Darcy's happy to play this game. He doesn't mind being on bottom because of at least he's down on the ground, pre-denies it, does look for it, and just he's having a fun time, both opponents.
Yeah, definitely having a really nice time. But Matty D seems to be trying to get a bit of control time to try and make it the fight 2-1 to him going into the third, in the third round, Doctor.
Yeah, well, they're both 1-1. Matty won the first round, Das won the second. That's I think most people would agree with that sentiment. So this third round is to play. This third round is to make or break it all. And so far, Matty D has had the massive success here. He's just controlled the fight. He's got it down early on, and now if Das can't get a reversal or just get up on his feet, he's gonna have to have some serious thoughts about what he's gonna do. Does get a reversal though, denies the back sitting, and now goes to the top mount. This is a risky
Smart
position to be when you're
pummel
on
the
Usman.
heading of him. Very smart indeed. As his blue gloves are on the bottom here, Matty D. I missed the whole position, to be honest, from UFC 3. It was a very nice, very nice, very nice improvement type thing. Oh, and he looks to pummel his head in here. Right on the pound. Really nice. Wonderful. Oh, indeed. A very good performance there from Dart. Didn't look too phased once he made the adjustment. Hence the name, half a camp, you know. To his game plan in the second.
Indeed. All he needed was that reversal, and that happened very quickly. Matty D was the one to take it down at the end, but Das was the one to finish the fight. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the main event of Fight Night 27.
Cryptic Optics versus Mr. Humboldt in a bantamweight division match. Introducing first, fighting. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do a Bruce Buffer impression, and it's going horribly wrong. But who cares?
Anyhow, Mr. Humbledink versus the ever dangerous Cryptic Optics in the bantamweight division. Looks like we're going to see a Yan versus Aldo pick. Humble picking the Yan, Cryptic Optics picking the Aldo. This is going to be a non-stop fight of death, I feel like, and only gonna get good.
Yeah, and with Mr. Jose Aldo, you're going to want to look to use those leg kicks on Yan, because to stop Yan's kicking ability would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Well, Aldo's got some very good leg kicks. Yan's also got some very good leg kicks. Both have got good boxing, both have got good chins, both have got good legs. They've also got very good grappling, and Aldo's also got some very good takedown defense. Both of them are very mixed round, all round great, you can argue, in some possibilities, but it definitely seems like Yan does have the winning ability here.
Yeah, definitely. But if you're being a smart man about it, you're going to want to put your money on the Mr. Petr Yan. Just you feel like he's got the better flow as such, I feel, personally, when I use him compared to Aldo.
Yeah, I would agree. Yan definitely feels a bit cleaner. Just because that boxing stance, you can play a bit more tight, you can play a bit more clean with him. But that definitely is nothing to dismiss Aldo's ability here. He has the boxing, he has that level 5 body hook he has. So it's just an aggressive game all around with 5 minutes to work as well. Both of them have the cardio to kind of last that time.
Definitely, and I'll say it once and I'll say it twice. Where is prime Jose Aldo in this game? It is deserved so much that he has a prime version, if you ask me personally, for that 10-year title reign, for crying out loud. 10-year title reign. Anyway, that's the fight now. Petr Yan seems to be landing slightly better shots in range, but when out of range, but when in range, Aldo seems to be cleanly landing better strikes. Doctor Who?
Yeah, it does seem. I mean, Aldo's having a good time. That leg kick's already starting to play dividends to it. Every time a Yan's backing out of the pocket, Aldo's making sure to kick it. Both of them playing aggressive. Spinning back fist does miss. Counters on the check hook, does get there, and another leg kick to follow. 2 minutes left on the clock. Both of them staying fairly composed, but it seems like maybe Aldo's running away with it, but that only probably due to the leg kick.
Definitely so here. It's not looking too good for Aldo thus far when it comes to like long striking, if you ask me. He is always landing that leg kick though, and if you register that as the Petr Yan player, you're going to get a lot further along than you are now, because currently that left leg is really not looking too Peaky Blinders, Mr. Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Both of them are playing fairly aggressive. Aldo does seem to be getting the better of every trade, though. The leg kicks, the body kicks, just the general boxing game seems to be in the favour of Aldo. Does get the trip, though, does end up gassed out, and Now maybe Jan's going to play a bit more aggressive, but again, it just seems like Aldo has a bit more control over the general strikes he's throwing.
Yeah. If I'm Jan, though, I'm going to look for a takedown and try and wrestle him before my left leg truly is broken by the leg kicks of Aldo. Doctor, I do not know what your thoughts are on that, as he throws some nice strikes there, but nearly stunning him there, Doctor.
But just playing very fucking well here. Like, they're not, and making sure not to expose themselves too much and not to overcommit too much, just so they don't end up losing the fight due to it.
Yeah, smart plays from elite players, hence why they are the main event of this fight card. It's been a very good close round, but I've got to give it Aldo just purely for the damage on that leg. He's not walking on that leg tomorrow, is Jan, when he wakes up.
Indeed, that leg's going to be sore, but hey, sometimes the way it goes when you end up in this fighting game. Aldo's got one hell of a leg kick. Just go see Uriah Faber for that instance. Another body hook and that straight just landed very clean. He slips under, pulls back, nearly misses the elbow. Uppercut follows a calf kick and retaliation. Both of them just countering each other after every step. They're not landing big counters, but they're still significant in some way or form, just to make sure that your opponent knows that they can't play too dumb, otherwise they are going to get a big counter.
Nice check there from Petr Yan, sending back some of the damage already done by Aldo to him. I really would like to see a takedown from Yan. Utilise the grappling advantage you do have over your opponent, Aldo, here. Not saying necessarily grappling advantage of players, but grappling advantage is picks, Doctor.
Oh, overhand there, and that's definitely what Ducks under. Elbow follow, question mark kick left, double up on the hooks, and now both of them starting just to look for this big shot. Jan's notice that his opponent's risky, does go for it. Aldo shoots a takedown, does get it, and now with 3 minutes left on the clock, both of them are going to be hard at work to get back up onto the feet or do damage on the ground.
Yeah, it's been very impressive so far from both people here. Loving it. Armbar maybe? Oh, very impressive from Aldo there. He's going to maybe look to take his arm home with him. Don't think he will, though. As yeah, lets it go, smart man, keeping the top man position, Doc.
Top mount such a dangerous position as well. Aldo, if Aldo can control it, and it's just a bit chaotic. Does get the reversal though, and this is a very effective.
Yeah, that's what you want to see, really. There, nice body hit there from Jan to Aldo. Really want to see some ground and pound now.
Oh, that's a big trip.
Greco takedown, I think that's called.
What did you just say?
A Greco takedown, really
Oscar Gari. It's a beat trip.
Oh, that's nice. Good for them. Oh, well, wow.
That happened.
Oh, we were just talking about takedown in the fight.
We were just talking about a takedown. Next thing we know, Jan just comes out very fucking aggressively and kills him in one takedown aggression. Okay then. Lovely job by Humble. I'm not sure what else to say apart from that was quick.
Oh,
it was kind of peaceful until it wasn't. Anyhow, that is us officially done for the night. We have been the Doctor. I have been joined in the booth by Rara Rasputin on tonight's card of a hectic fight. We had Dale Denton, Moffat Man, Pudgy, Mystic Mac, Warbsy, Caliber, Bang Bang, Herb Dank and Jake, both Jake Pauls. I think this card's just been a great card through and through. You have got to admit, Rara.
Yeah, it's been a very good card. Enjoyed it very muchly. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you hopefully next week if you will have me back.
I believe we should be doing a raid just after this. Stick around for that and have a good night. Adios.